Bettendorf's Public Library will host a special discussion called Women in Islam. That's coming up this Monday. Lisa Killinger will lead that conversation, and she's here with more about that. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
So why do you feel discussing the topic of women in Islam is important to do?
Well, I think Islam is one of the most misunderstood faiths, and certainly there's a lot of misconceptions about women in that faith. So I think that this session will allow participants to come and hear from women on the inside to hear about their experiences as women being here in America.
What do you think are some of those biggest misconceptions people have about women in Islam?
Well, I think that people feel that women are uneducated, especially if they see a woman wearing a traditional dress or a scarf. But it couldn't be further from the truth. Our faith actually teaches, and our holy books teach that we have to seek knowledge from cradle to grave, whether we're men or women, and it specifically says women. So it's not only our right, but our responsibility to seek knowledge at the highest levels.
Well, sometimes we do hear news stories about terrible things happening to women in other countries with a large Muslim population. Are those women's experiences different than yours? How and why?
Well, I think certainly women wherever they are in the world have a different experience, and I think part of that is due to the cultural norms in a society. So when I traveled in Pakistan, for example, I asked people, what is your experience really a living, example of Islam, and are people really following their faith? And they said, no, sadly, mostly they follow their culture, and that whenever culture is followed over religion, bad things happen.
You mentioned your scarf. You're covering your hair with a scarf. Some people feel that that headscarf is the symbol of oppression of women. How do you respond to those people when they say that?
Well, modest dress is encouraged for both men and women, and it's a sign of humility. And I think when a woman decides, and it is her decision to choose to cover her hair or to wear a modest dress, she's making the decision to present herself on the basis of her intellect and her character and her accomplishments, not so much about the beauty of her hair or the shape of her body. And I think that's actually a brave decision to make.
Yeah, a lot more ground to cover. We can't touch on all of it here, but Lisa Killinger, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the discussion coming up next week. And we provided more details about next week's Women in Islam discussion for you online at ourquadcities.com.